Hi everybody, just a quick video about how you can increase the number of vehicles spawning into your DayZ private Nitrado server for Xbox, PlayStation or PC. We're going to do this through adjusting an XML file. So you want to go to your products page and then you want to go into the settings, and then where we want to go is we want to have a look in the file browser. And then click on DayZ PS missions, and then you're looking for Chernerus for the Chernerus map if you're running that, or Enoch is the Livonia map. And then we want to go into the DB file, the database file, and then in here we have a file called events, and you want to download that file to your local computer. You want to make a copy so you've got a backup, and then you want to open it in your favorite text editing software. Now I understand that quite a few guys have to do this on mobile phones, so if you want to do it like this within the text editor on the Nitrado site, make sure you stop the server as well. And be very careful. Again, download a copy to your phone so you've got a backup before you start going in. So you'll end up looking at something like this. This is the events.xml file. And this is Notepad++, very easy to use. Control F to find something, and let's find off-road because we're going to increase the number of off-road hatchbacks. So we press enter on that. Here we go, and this is the one we want. So we're looking for this event. So the event name is vehicle off-road hatchback. So this is the ADA, the little 4x4. Now normally I think you'll spawn in about 10 of these, but as you can see I have changed the nominal quantity. That's the important one to start change first. So I want 65 of these vehicles to spawn in on my Chernerus map, 65 of them, and I want there to be a minimum of 50 of them, but no more than 80 of them. That's a lot of cars. Leave the lifetime as it is, safe radius, distance radius, everything like that. Active is of course 1. Now down here in the children, these are the types of off-road hatchbacks that are going to spawn in. Right, so as you can see I have increased the maxes to 30, 30 and 30, and the minimum to 20, 20 and 10. So the idea is that we will have 65 of these spawning in, and they're going to be of the one of the 3 different types that spawn in. Now you may well be saying, well, what's the maximum number of cars I can spawn in of a particular type? Well, what you want to do then is you want to look at the file called CFG event spawns, and you'll find that back in the file browser here, and you'll see CFG event spawns, and download that and look at that. And all you do is you count the number of spawn points that there are. So you know 58 to 4, so you could have 54 of the vehicle civilian sedan, and that would be the maximum you could have, because there's no more spawn points. After that they won't spawn in. You'd have to create custom spawn points, but trust me, it's not worth it. Don't do it. Now remember that when you do save this file and then you upload it back to your Nitrado private server, it's going to take a while for this to start to kick in and start to work, okay? Unless you're doing a fresh install, but you don't really need to do a fresh install and wipe everybody's progress. You can just do this and it'll start working. Now you've probably got another question, which is probably, okay, fair enough, but how do I make stuff spawn in with the wheels and all the bits on it? Okay, let's go through that as well then. So what I need you to do is in the this part of your file browser again, you're looking for the spawnable types file. Where is it? There we are, CFG spawnable type, and you want to download that to your local computer, make a copy, open it up in your Notepad editor, and this will be your spawnable types. And then so in this case I'm going to do Control F to find off-road. So there we go, so here's the off-road stuff. And then what you need to do, let me get to the top of the, right, here we go, right, off-road hatchback. And as you go through it, you'll see what you want to change is you want to change all the attachment chances to 1.00. So attachment chance 1.00, item name hatchback wheel chance 1.00. So basically what you're saying is there is a 100% chance that this will spawn in when this vehicle spawns in. So change them all to 1. Alright? And that will then do it. And then your vehicles will spawn in with everything on them. And okay, I'm going to give you one more hint and tip as well. If you want to put stuff in the boot, you want to add an attachment to it. Ooh, down here. So for example, if you add a line that says, so you can just copy and paste like the last hatchback trunk and do attachments chance 1, and then the item name, canister gasoline, chance 1.0. Make sure you close it with the closing attachment tag. That will then spawn a can of gasoline into the boot of that vehicle. At the moment, there is no way via an XML file that we know of spawning in vehicles that have gasoline and have water in them. And we also don't know how to spawn in a can of gasoline that has water in it. They always have gas in them. So what the person would have to do is they'd have to find this vehicle, pour the gasoline into the vehicle, and then run off, find a river, fill up with water, then fill the radiator with water, then it would be ready to drive. And before you moan about that, we used to have to find cans of oil to put into cars as well. At least you guys don't have to do that anymore. And you can also add other stuff to the boot. So as you can see here, I've added a watchtower kit to the boot as well. But that's a whole different story. So there we go. That, my friends, is how you make more vehicles spawn in. Now, actually, before I sign off, don't go crazy, okay? So on my private server, yes, I do have 65 little aiders that spawn in. All right, with all the stuff on them, and we're building stuff in the boot. But I haven't changed any of the other cars. You know, you don't want to have a server where every single vehicle spawn point spawns in a car, because the server is gonna break. You know, eventually the central loot economy is gonna collapse. Okay, so don't go crazy with this. don't go crazy with this. Anyway, that's enough from me. If you enjoyed the video, hit like if you want to see more, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.